Hey, welcome to Drive Central. Here's where you'll find out what's happening on Drive this week. And don't forget, we are at Drive on Twitter, Facebook.com/DriveTV, and 24732-10953 on CompuServe. RIP C to the S. Anyway, this week on Tune, big old Matt Farah finds out what forms of holy hell D3 can rain down on a Cadillac CTS-V. D3, the tuning shop. Here's the clip.
It sounds brilliant, doesn't it? Now, this car makes approximately 750 horsepower at the crank, 650 horsepower at the wheels, and 640 pounds of torque at the wheels, which is a ton of power to move around the car.
That's tuned every Monday, and on Tuesday on Live and Let Drive, Alex Roy and Matt Farah go to Canada to buy an old beater. Did they get it across the border? I'm not sure, but here's the clip.
We are now going to see the car for the first time and hopefully drive it to New York City. I could not be more excited.
Oh, there it is.
Dude, awesome.
Check out the CRX. Yeah, buddy.
Dude, not too much rust and the paint looks good. I'm so excited. Dude, this is an amazing car.
Oh, this is kind of a mess. See, right now it's in third gear. There's about 9 inches of play left to right while in gear.
Start the car and let's see what happens.
Sounds like a race car. The cams in it.
That's Live and Let Drive every Tuesday, and also on Tuesday, keep up with some of the best new racing talent on track on a new installment of IMSA GT3 Cup Challenge. That's this week on Tuesday on Drive. And this Wednesday on Chris Harris on Cars, Chris meets a BAC track day car on what is a very wet racetrack, and at least he's wearing a helmet. Who wrote that? I did. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Check it out. That's Chris Harris on Cars every Wednesday, and it's premiere week for Jalopnik on Drive. That's the show where we track down the crazy and often awesome characters featured in Jalopnik stories. And this week we find out how the guys from Classic Car Club Manhattan keep a very cranky fleet of classic cars roadworthy and drivable for hundreds of members to flog on the weekends. Here is a clip of that.
Yeah, people walk in here all the time and say, how do you keep these things going? It's pretty simple. You got to drive them. You know, you can get the best car out there, show-winning trophy car, and you drive it 10 miles, the thing breaks down because it never gets driven. Everything's dried up and not working, so you got to drive it. So.
That's Jalopnik on Drive every Thursday, and also on Thursday, it's the best used cars in the world. On Road Testament this week, it's top grade 20 grand. Why buy a strip Prius when you can have one of the best used cars in the world? I have no idea. So put those 20 grand pics below or drop them into the social media meat grinder of your choice. That's the best used cars in the world for 20 grand this Thursday on Road Testament. And also don't forget to watch Shakedown this week. Leo's back from Spa, that's in Belgium, with all the dirt on sports car racing, as well as the fork-tongued analysis of the world of motorsports. That's what he does. That's Shakedown post-race and pre-race every Monday and Friday on Drive. And the week may have just begun, but the weekend will be here lickety-damn split. And you already know weekends are made for Drive Clean. Larry Casella gives you all the pro tips you need to keep your car looking just like a supercar. That's Drive Clean every Saturday on Drive. And that's it for Drive Central this week. Stay in touch. See you next week. Ciao. Ciao the